Day 11, Broncos training camp. RK and Hank giving you our 3 biggest takeaways of the day. And you got to start with the defense. It had started to trend towards the offense in this training camp. Defense said no, 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 and they punched back today.
The offense couldn't get anything going. It was disgusting. Like, it was one of those where I think it was Zach who looked over and was like, the defense is very clearly winning this, right? And I was like, yeah, they are. Because the weird thing about defense winning the day is that, like, and that just means the offense isn't doing anything. Like, you stand there for 20 minutes, it's like nothing has really happened. I mean, can shout out a couple guys who got some sacks early. Jonas Griffith making some plays. We'll talk more about Malik Reed later. But yeah, I mean, the offense did almost nothing until the very end of practice.
And that's the punch back, right? You like to see a little bit of a response from the offense, and they get it on the last play of practice. Russell Wilson drops back, great protection, gives him time to just look deep for Courtland and uncork an absolute bomb. And you're starting to see Courtland, in my opinion, get back to his 2019 self where he was just mossing people left and right. He goes up and over Ronald Darby. They're both kind of fighting for the ball. They both come down hard, face first, and Courtland comes up with it, doesn't bobble it or anything, just runs himself right off the field as it's the last play of practice.
You could just tell that something bad was going to happen too. I mean, first of all, you could tell that he was going to catch that ball. Like, you see him tracking it, he's like, he's going to find a way to get that. But when Courtland Sutton lands on top of somebody, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good. He was down there for a bit, but it did seem like he's fine. And again, like, a wrist, a hand, that is something you can tape up. It doesn't seem like something we need to be too concerned about going forward.
Yeah, and Courtland is one of the guys, when I sit up there on the hill and watch practice, every single day there's someone being like, oh my God, he's so big.
Yeah.
He really does look different out there compared to the rest of the players. Finally, some standouts. You mentioned sacks early in practice, and it was Malik Reed who kicked things off. A little bit of like a forgotten name as people fall in love with Baron Browning and Nick Bonito, but Malik Reed can still make plays.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of this crazy depth that we've been talking about at this position. I mean, first play, he goes out there, he lines up against Calvin Anderson. Calvin maybe got a finger on him, maybe. It was a clean win, and again, just really set the tone for that whole practice. But yeah, Malik Reed had an awesome day. Alberto had a couple catches late. The rest of the tight ends had a couple catches throughout practice. Eric Tomlinson had a good one. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't all that much to get excited about offensively.
Well, you mentioned Tomlinson, you mentioned Beck, you mentioned Alberto. These are guys making plays a little bit today, but outside of that, no wide receivers making a catch until that final one with Courtland Sutton.
At least not against the starters. There were a couple, OJ Mudia got himself in good position against Jalen Virgil. That's one where you gotta look at the roster. But you're just running right with him. You're like, he's got him, and they just didn't put a hand up. So there's a couple of like depth receivers making plays with the 2s and the 3s, but yeah, I mean, starting offense gave up nothing today. Starting defense, damn it.
Defense wins the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.